Right guys, good morning. As you can see, we've packed up some of the camp already. We had to go and watch Driekus' fight very early at the bar. Unfortunately, it didn't go his way, but yeah, the South African spirit is unwavered. You'll get it back at some stage. So I just want to introduce you guys quickly to the untrained professionals that will be driving with us today. We've got Hugo there to my left, Richard, Samuel. I'm obviously Singent, for those that don't know. And there's Alex and Monty. So Monty will be obviously trained instructor, been doing this for many years, specializes with the Jimnys as well. He's gonna take us around the Wildt, very familiar with the spot, and we're gonna test his rentals 4x4 capabilities. We now know the tents sleep great. We were probably at a low of 6 degrees last night. None of us complained about being cold. It was just basically one blanket, pillows, tents worked perfectly. Everyone woke up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, no sore backs or anything, so at least we know the sleeping arrangements work now. The fridges work great. All the food and the beverages we had here were cold. Packing space is great. We got a lot of packing space as well. So yeah, now it's just to test the actual vehicles. Okay, but before we leave, I'm quickly going to break this one down and show you how quick and easy that is. Yesterday when we did the setup, it took us about 7 minutes and everyone was set up. Let's check how long this takes to break down. You guys can chat, hè? Kom maar, praat. Julle hoef nie stil te bly nie. Hierdie gaan getimelapse word 10 to 1.
Kamera sê hallo maar. Hulle TV wees.
Setting the pins so they'll hook when they get to the other side. Oh shucks, there's still a hole here.
Actually 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
There we go. Easy.
Okay, we're going to go to Aap Se Kirie. We're going to start there. Guys, be safe. Think before you do things. And I would suggest leaving the vehicles in low range. And when we do obstacles, the guys with autos, leave it in L. Low gear in the autos as well. Otherwise, it changes gears mid-obstacle. You lose power and the car runs backwards, which is never a good thing. We've already deflated the tires, so that's good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we really need to worry about now. We'll take it as it goes to see where the shortcomings is.
And if you have any questions, obviously before an obstacle, if you don't think you can do it, if you're unsure, just stop, ask the questions you need to ask. Monty will give you instructions and we'll take it from there. We'll go slowly. Okay, with the manual vehicles as well, no burning of clutches today.
Yeah, guys, one thing with the manual vehicles, when you're in low range, if you want to slow down, just take your foot off the accelerator. It will act like a brake. If you want to accelerate, foot on the accelerator, or you can decelerate, just take your foot off. You only use the clutch when you stop. Otherwise, we're going to burn clutches and we don't want that.
Yeah. Okay, and then for everyone else, we'll obviously be doing a comparison with what an auto does on an obstacle, how that goes up compared to a manual. What's easier, what's difficult, and maybe that can help you make a decision in future if you want to buy or obviously rent a vehicle. Depends on what you're going to be doing. But we'll get to that at the end of the video and as we go through. So yeah, let's get to it. Less talking, more driving. Right guys, so we're on our way to the first obstacle now. Obviously, like what we said, camp's all packed up now. Pretty excited. A lot of the guys with us, it's their very first time even engaging a four-wheel drive into low range to do any sort of obstacles. So I'm very excited. That's obviously what the rentals are going to be about as well, to try and get more people out in the bush and doing these sort of things. But this is also a good test for our vehicles to see how the overlanding would go. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to rent it just to come and do hardcore 4x4 stuff, but this is a good test to see that our vehicles are capable, the setups we've done on them are correct, the suspensions are right, all the underbody protection we have is going to do the job it's supposed to do. And then obviously a little bit of education for newcomers into the 4x4 scene, and then we'll also be doing a little bit of education from our side, just once again how to engage 4x4 properly on the manual and the auto, and we'll take it from there. Okay guys, so before we start the obstacles, I thought I'd just give you a quick demonstration of how to put the vehicles into 4-wheel drive high and 4-wheel drive low. Obviously we are at a 4x4 track and course, so we're going to be using 4 low a lot. On the autos sometimes people struggle because they don't get it to engage fully. Okay, the vehicle's off now, so I'm just going to put it into neutral. If the vehicle was on, foot would be on the brake, you're going to put it into neutral. You're going to pull down to 4i. Okay, that's simple, that's a very easy part. When you go, even whilst you're driving up to say 30-40 k's an hour, whilst you're in drive, you can just pull that back into 4i. Okay, it's a little bit easier when it's moving to do that. Okay, but 4 low, you can see there, it's got a press sign as well. So our main gear shift is in neutral, and now we're going to push down. I'm just going to hold this awkwardly so people can actually see the movement. You're going to push down and pull down hard. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to keep my hand there, my left hand, if I've got the auto, foot still on the brake, and then tap it into drive. So you'll hear a clunk sound. Okay, but whilst you're pulling, that just helps click it into gear nicely. A lot of the times what happens with the autos is people do the right thing, they start off right, they've got it in neutral, and when they press down and they go to 4 low, there's like a little stoppage here before it fully engages. And then when you put it in drive, you'll hear a grrr, it's like a very harsh gear noise. People panic and they don't know what to do. So basically what you're going to do is quickly go back to neutral. You know you're not into 4 low properly. You're going to push down, pull it hard. Then you know, 4 low set. Once again, hold it there, drive, and away you go. Okay, the manual's slightly easier. You don't have that where it gets stuck between 2 gears. But if you follow this method, it's foolproof. Right, let's go see how to do it in a manual. Okay guys, so we're in the manual now. As I mentioned, the easiest way to get from 2i to 4i is obviously whilst you're traveling, even first or second gear, just try and stay a little bit below 40 k's an hour. It says you can shift on the fly up to 70 k's an hour, but I like to do it at about 40 below, that's personal preference. Then you're just basically going to pull back whilst you're driving, not the clutch in or anything. In gear, foot off the clutch, driving, just simply pull down to 4 high. Okay, going to 4 low, you have to be fully stopped, vehicle needs to be in neutral, and we're going to press down and pull hard. You see the movement that I'm doing, I'm not playing with it and trying to jiggle. Press down and pull hard. It's mechanical, there's gears and stuff that need to engage. Don't be scared of it or think you're going to break something. It's a hard mechanical machine. Push down, pull back hard, and off you go. So that's the manual, then that's engaged. First gear, if you let your foot off the clutch, you don't even have to use the fuel. You'll immediately feel, okay, this thing's slowly turning, the ratio is correct. And basically, when you want to take it out, once again, you can't do that while driving. You're going to go to 4, if you want to go to 4i, we're going to stop, foot on the clutch, neutral. Now we can just push up slightly, that's 4i. Even still in the standing position, push up to 2i, first gear, and off we go. I'm very excited for today. I've been waiting for this for a couple of months, since March of 2025 actually, so extremely excited. And at the spot we are, you guys can see, obviously there'll be drone footage and in-car footage of the Wildt, which has been so kind to allow us to come and test the vehicles. You're not allowed to actually camp inside the nature reserve, but they've given us that privilege. Obviously Monty's been doing this for many years with them, he's got a very good relationship with them. And yeah, they've allowed us to actually come and test our camping equipment without electricity or anything. You'll see in the video last night, we tested our camping lights, we know that works, and yeah, none of the equipment's given us any issues at the moment. One thing we thought we might add is like small little normal rubber car mats for if you want to get dressed next to a vehicle or you want to take your shoes off and change that. That's something that we'll definitely add. So the research and development part of this trip is already starting to help us greatly. So yeah, let's have a look. We're at a first small little obstacle in front of us here already. You'll see the flex on these suspensions from the rear is great. It's the Dassault 50mm lift kits. Okay, so we're obviously in low range now. We've got a little bit of a undercut downhill here. Something mild for the Jimnys. If you had a longer wheelbase, you'd probably be in a bit of trouble. Let's see how well this suspension handles it. Easy as pie. Slow and steady. My foot's off the clutch completely. Just letting the vehicle crawl and do its work. Don't have to have any clutch control doing that. And yeah, and then guys, obviously as you can see, we're going through some tight wooded area at the moment. When you're driving these vehicles, you must always be cognizant of the fact that you do have a awning and a tent on the car, so it's not what you can see around you immediately, but you really have to take note that there's an awning to your left and you've got a tent that sits slightly higher than the vehicle, so that you don't go too close to branches and trees and damage those sort of things. So it takes a little bit of concentration, but it does help. I've made the mistake, and that's why I noticed it. I have damaged the roof rack by almost pulling it off against the tree. So yeah, it happens to the best of us and also the rest of us. Yeah, this is where the fun starts. We're around the corner from an obstacle called Aap Se Kirie. That means even if you're a monkey, you're gonna need a walker or a kirie to get up this obstacle. So yeah, we'll see. The first time I did it, I had the vehicle slipping and sliding all over this place. We'll see how everyone goes. If they listen to Monty and they take note of what he says, I'm sure everyone will be 100% fine. We're going to see, obviously, the other three vehicles we've aired down to 1.5 bar, so the tire pressures are correct. The vehicle that I'm driving with a 10 coat tent on, we've left those tire pressures at 2.5 bar. So we'll actually be able to do a proper comparison and see what a big difference tire pressures make. But yeah, I'm preempting that, so maybe it doesn't make such a big difference on a Jimny. But yeah, we're going to see exactly what happens. Monty's ready, he's excited.
Okay. Okay guys, this is called Aap Se Kirie. Now if you know Aap, they need a kirie to walk up this thing. As you'll see, it's quite, I won't say it's rough, it's axle twister upon axle twister upon axle twister. So you need to choose the right line to go through here, otherwise I won't say you'll get stuck, but it's going to be difficult. So with this thing, it learns you to understand how the traction control in the system in the car works, first of all. Once you understand that, this will become fairly easy. As you can see, the spacing of the holes is exactly the length of your cars. So this is not easy. What I would suggest is walk through it, plan a way to it that you're going to approach this. I would start on that side and maybe try and come through here, put your wheel, you've got, your tires is capable of driving on the side of the tire. So put the side of the tire against this and drive up here. Yeah, you're going to most probably spin. Traction control will kick in. Guys, when you start spinning these vehicles, in the old days when you spin, you've lost the plot, you need to back out and start again. With these vehicles in traction control, slowly keep on accelerating. The traction control will kick in and push you forward. Okay. Same, stay on this side. Once you pass this point, turn in, coming this way and kind of follow through on the left hand side all the way to the top. Now you guys have got long wheel bases, so it's not quite the same as mine. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let me go to the top, let me make dust and let you guys laugh and then I'll laugh.
Yeah, I think guys what will happen is Monty is obviously he'll go first and then he'll stand at the top and he'll give you a spot, just spot you nicely where to go.
Yep.
Obviously concentrate and listen to what he says. We'll let the autos go up first. Who's in the manual? Reaghard. Okay, then we'll go through in the manuals. Okay.
Okay, yeah, got
Ook jy.
Right?
Ek sien of jy het 'n manual.
Yeah. I'll go with you in the manual and then we'll bring the car with the undeflated tires up second. Let me see what difference that makes because my tire pressures haven't been dropped yet.
Okay guys, and if you battle and you don't come right, I'll talk you through it. Okay. Low range and lock and low. Yeah.
Everything in L. And you see Samuel's got the correct Pirellis on today. Maximum traction for the off-road articles.
The best.
Bruh.
Hy klap is in 0.5 daar.
Ja, laat Monty Yeah guys, you're gonna see some live action of how we're filming everything as well. Juan's taking a run up there to get the top camera angle. I'll be filming from the bottom. Let's see how Monty goes. So obviously his foot's off the clutch already, I can hear that. He's just gonna keep steady momentum as he goes. So that's just using the accelerator without clutch at all now. That's what the Jimnys are made for. Just crawling up this obstacle. There we go. A little bit of subtraction. Nice big wheel lift. There we go. Up and out. You're gonna hear me panting like a dog today. And there's a Juan Calimera for those of that don't know him. Our famous cameraman. Right, up next the untrained professionals. Okay, so up next we've got Hugo and Samuel. They're in a auto, 5-door obviously. Let's see how they go. So far they're listening, they're keeping to the right as Monty instructed them. I was filming the sky there. There we go, keeping nice even pressure. It's exiting left as he was told to do. Keeping the pressure on in the auto. And straight out. Too easy in a Jimny, too easy. Right, up next we've got Alex. He's also auto, so we got the guys with the easy jobs first. Also listening well. Entering the obstacle on the right. He needs to start going left now. There you go. Super well, super well. There we go. Nicely done, Alex. Well done, okay. Alright, we've got a few extra untrained professionals up there also doing videos. Right, myself and Reaghard next. Yeah, I like the Afrikaans directory there. Okay, so foot van die clutch off. So jy gaan net so, ja. Kan bietjie meer momentum vang, hè? Ja, dat die RPM net opbly. Bietjie meer juice. Mooi, jy doen goed, hè? Net so, keep going, keep going. Hou vast, breek. Het is stall. It's okay. First stall of the day. It's normal in a manual. Let's go. Zo. Mooi. We doen goed, hè? Net zo, steady momentum, steady. Well done. Uit te zet, John.
Yeah.
We, in our manual vehicle, these tires on this vehicle we have not let down to 1.5 bar. They're still sitting at 2.5. And then yeah, the moment my foot's off the clutch completely, just want to keep a little bit of momentum. RPM at about 1800 RPM. And just see how we go. I'm going to stay high up to the right, as I said. Still no foot on the clutch. The vehicle's making it easy enough for us. I'm going to exit left. Still 1500 RPM. The vehicle's just crawling. Easy does it. Yoo! Yeah. This is just line choice, that's all what it is. As jy dit 2 of 3 keer doen, dan gaan jy ditselfde opry. En so sien dit, soos die dag aan raak dit net makliker. The little mountain goat that could.
Harde tires.
Ja.
Gespin nie niks nie.
They're very capable. Lekker. Right.
Van hier af. Ons die kant toe gaan. Daar's net een pad om te ry.
Yes.
Wat ek sal dink ry voor, dat die mense die gevoel kry van die kar wat oor die obstacles so goed wat. Maar as wie hier uitkom, stop ons weer af.
Good. Happy. Right. So we're gonna pop around. There's a little course around here now. That's what Monty explained. And then we're gonna see how interesting this gets when you do it in reverse and you start going down. We'll be using the downhill assist, hopefully. Not on the obstacles.
What happens when you go down, your one wheel will turn a little bit faster. It's going to kick in,
Yeah.
and it's going to brake you. And at that moment, the car
Might tilt. Okay.
So you don't use it. So you just run.
So guys, so normal downhill like passes things, we can use the downhill assist. On a axle twister, we're not gonna use it. But yeah, we'll see when we get back around this side now. Let's go. This is obviously what the obstacles in the route looks like without any vehicles in front of us. We thought we'd give you guys a driver's POV with a camera on top. So yeah, beautiful views here at the Wildt as well. It's absolutely incredible, breathtaking. And you can't think that this is like 1 hour out of Joburg. For some people, it's even like just 30 minutes out of Pretoria. It's a very well-known place in the 4x4 community. Guys have been here for many years. Facilities are well taken care of. The toilets on the route are always clean and looked after. Yeah, friendly staff and people, so great place for us to come to. catch the guys coming over here. Look at the view behind them. Beautiful mountain. And then up pops a bright red rental Jimny. What a sight to see. Carry forth. See, the ground clearance on them is great. The vehicles as well. Alex passed us now. Richard coming in the manual. See, he's keeping good momentum now. Great stuff. Like a boss. Lekker to see a plan come together, a dream.